So, most of my work in leadership and working with employees in this world is twofold. I help people understand how their mind works and do a lot of work with them to help them understand when their ego is playing them and how to eliminate emotional waste by using good mental processes. I think that's the role of leadership. I also help people understand how the world works. Because if you can understand how the world works and stop arguing with reality, you'll conserve all that energy. And if you understand how your mind works, you'll understand how your view gets distorted and you can move through the life skillfully and happily. So I have a concept that I call the 3 lanes. And if you imagine there's 3 lanes in life, lane number 1 is your lane. That's where you can have the most impact. That is where most of us don't step into the power we already have. We play small, we get under-responsible for our lane and over-responsible for lanes that we really don't have control over. They're usually unmanageables in our life. So lane 1, my business. Lane 2, other people's business. For step parents, this could be not your children. This could be how your spouse chooses to move through life. This could be like anything you're mad about. There's an explanation for it because it's not your business. So there's lane 1, my business. Lane 2, other people's business. And lane 3 is really reality, or if you're a spiritual person, whatever your view of God's business is. So 3 lanes. My business, your business, reality's business. Now, quick way to get stressed. If you want stress in your life, get out of your lane. It's absolutely a sure way to get unhappy. Whenever you're feeling unhappy, my best advice to you is check yourself and get back in your lane. Now, that doesn't mean you can't ever leave and make a difference in the world or help people. But if you're gonna leave your lane, you gotta go out helping, not judging. I can't leave my lane and judge you and tell you what I think you should do in your job unless I have informed consent, unless I'm your manager who is needing to do your review of performance. But most of the time, we're not that. So if I'm in my lane, my job is to, anytime I'm suffering and I'm in my lane, check my skill set. Have I modernized my skill set lately? Am I trying to do a new reality in the old skill set? That's my lane. Update your skills. My lane, am I suffering? Check my approach. Am I using a less than modern approach in a new reality? Modernize my approach. And if I'm suffering in my own lane, I'm not in anybody else's lane, check my willingness. Am I willing to do what it takes to get the results I need? So lane 1, amazing things that can be done in lane 1. This is where you can make your impact. This is where you can succeed in spite of challenges. This is where, in spite of a perfect reality, you can do great things. You can engage, you can have impact. And if you're truly in your lane and suffering, skill set, approach, or willingness, all is fixable. Now, if you get into lane 2, other people's business, you can't go out there judging. You gotta go out there helping or by invitation or informed consent. So it's permission-based. Hey, I've noticed you're struggling with this. How open are you for me to giving you some ideas that I have that help me do the work differently? The tentativeness, but the main boundary is it's not your business. Lane 3, reality, right? You want to impact that? The best way to impact that is to get super responsible for your lane and then role model the change you want to see in the world and come up with open, inclusive dialogue that can build solutions far beyond who you are and your ego preferences. So when you're moving out in the world, you're moving as one good data point in the big crowdsource back to your skill set. So a lot of times, these 3 lanes, if you're a leader practicing my work and you have an employee suffering, you can see immediately the source of their suffering. But great leaders don't tell people, they get people thinking. The power of a leader isn't what you tell them, it's what you get them thinking about. Telling them what they need to do is just punch that ego in the face. Self-reflection bypasses this.